if you're an outdoors man or woman, there's one piece of gear that you can buy for not that much money, under $100, that can save your life or make your day way better, and then more importantly, it can save someone else's life or make someone else's day go a lot smoother. I think as a decent human being that wants to help others and put others first, it would be a good idea to implement this kit right here. This is an Amazon, at least I bought it off Amazon, first aid kit that I feel like is pretty complete. And that I think that if you're an outdoors man or woman, you should really think about buying this thing, taking it apart, which is what I'm going to do in this video, learning how to use it a little bit, and then putting it back together and putting it somewhere where you know where it's at, where it can be accessed quickly. Okay, so this is a Rhino Rescue first aid kit here. I felt like this was a pretty complete kit for first aid. I'd like to hear other people's opinions in the comments section below. Is there anything that you think we should add to this, take away from this, things you don't need? Couple things with this kit. I like how it comes in its little own carrying case. It's compact. Everything's tucked away in here. I like that you can get it in red. I think it would be silly to get something like this in like a camo or a olive drab color. I like to get it in red so that if you're hurt, someone needs to go get your first aid kit, this thing yells first aid kit to me. If it was an olive drab color or green or something, it wouldn't yell first aid. So I like that it's red. You can get this in other colors though. Get the red one. It does come with a first aid manual. It comes in the box, and essentially this goes over everything that's in this kit and what to do. I'll tell you this though. When something's going wrong, it's not the time to get out here and okay, step one of a burn. How to rescue somebody from a burn. Okay, step one, step two. You got to be able to do this stuff beforehand. It's a really short little booklet. You could read this thing. Just take an hour for once a week and look at it and study it. Some other pieces of gear in here. This is just like a little catalog, I think, for Rhino Rescue. But let's get into this thing. I'll show you exactly what it is in. I like to go through these things when I get them. I got like 3 of these now that I keep in certain places. Whenever you get them apart, though, it's not real intuitive of where everything is, so you really need to look through it. When you open the bag, first of all, it has a zipper pocket, like a zipper pocket here, and also a cinch pocket, or a snap here. I've really considered just cutting this snap off. It'd be one less thing I have to do to get into this thing. But the container it comes in is actually really, really good quality too. Okay, so it has this little flip pouch. Let's go through this flip pouch. If I open this flip pouch, set of latex gloves, which is important if you're working on someone. Another set of latex gloves. Right here we got a mouth-to-mouth mask. So if you're real weird about kissing someone, put your mouth-to-mouth mask on here. Which I guess that's, I don't know, you could probably take that out if you wanted to. Eye shield. I don't know what you would even use this for. I guess if you were, I don't know, a eye shield. Again, I don't know if you need that. Here's what I like to know where these are at. Alcohol pads. Lots of alcohol pads and burn gel. Okay, so this is what I do. When I have to prioritize something, like I know like this is something potentially I would use. I put it in a pile of, okay, I'm going to use that. Probably not going to use a mouth-to-mouth pad or a eye shield. In my opinion, if someone needs mouth-to-mouth, it's pretty critical, and you probably don't need to be fumbling through and trying to look for this thing. Maybe you could have someone else looking for it, but anyway, not a bad idea, I guess, to have in here. More alcohol pads, I like that. This is just soap, so I would just keep all this stuff together. We got some other things here, like sting relief from like a bite or something, like if your son stepped on a bee and got stung, which happens to my boys pretty frequently because they don't seem to like to wear shoes outside. Sting relief, so all that stuff, it was going to come over here. Alcohol pads, sting relief, none of that stuff's going to be, more than likely, it's not going to be like super urgent, to where like, I guess I would like for these to be a little more organized, to where I'll probably put them in order, so I know like here's my alcohol pads, there's my soap, here's my burn gel, so if you're not like fumbling through and looking for different ones. So I'd put those in some kind of order to where I know where they're at. There's some pins here, some clip pins, which is good for gauze, wrapping gauze. Put that there as well. It's probably something I'll potentially have to use. Sterile eye pads. I guess if you poked your eye out or something like that, this might be useful. Again, this would probably go into my not going to be using it as much. Butterfly Band-Aids. Let's see make sure these are all butterfly Band-Aids in here. See what else do we have. We got butterfly Band-Aids. We got just assortment of Band-Aids. So this is good. This is good. Again, another types of Band-Aids. So we're going to put these all back in here. Put those away. Put those in the probably could use kit. Okay, scissors. This thing comes with a nice set of gauze scissors. Take them out of the package, and you got a set of scissors. Potentially could use that. Emergency blanket. This is something that is nice to have, but probably not going to use it, right? Like it's not real likely. If I need an emergency blanket, I can fumble through here and find it. There's a pin here, in case you want to color on someone's face or something. I don't know. Okay, here's a real important one. A cat tourniquet. Now I'm going to use my scissors right now, maybe. Tourniquet is something that is super critical. So this is one piece of safety gear almost exclusively people like to carry around with them. If you're into safety, you know, if you're into a first aid kit, a lot of people carry these things around. I'm a hunter, and I think this is a really good thing to have for you and your buddies, because oftentimes hunting you get a couple things that are sharp that you tinker with a lot. Broadheads and knives. And most of the time when I hear of someone having an injury from hunting, it's either falling out of a tree, or the second one is probably knife wounds. Like you're cleaning or butchering your game out in the field, and you slip and you hit yourself in the thigh or something like that. That can be something that can be really dangerous and could potentially happen to you. And if you hit an artery or something, or you can't get the bleeding to stop, tourniquet. These are good ones. The cat ones. One thing I need to look into, maybe someone can. I have 2 young boys, and it's always important to me. Some of these have like restrictions on how small they can go. To like my little boy Hayes, who's almost 2. Like, will this work on him? I don't know. You know, he's the one that I want to save the most, him and Hawke. But look into him. Make sure the people you're going to be around it works on. If you're dealing with little kids, look into that. Pretty simple to use. You put it around their legs. You twist this little bar up right here until it's super tight. Gives you a lot of leverage. These bars give you a lot of leverage to crank down on this thing, and you clip it in, and you're good to, you know, it's super tight, and then you can get them out of the field. I take it out of the package and make sure it's all working. You can get this thing ready to go. Again, look and make sure that you know how to use this. That little pamphlet in the back tells you. It also comes with a instruction manual, but whenever someone's bleeding out, it's not a good time to get the instruction manual out and go through all the steps here, because they could be dead by the time that happens. It's not hard to do though. It has some Velcro on it. Put it around their above their wound. Strap it on to their arm. Start twisting the this bar up. Clip it in, and you're good to go. So that goes in here. I take it out of the package though, and it also comes inside of these little clips here. I don't put it in there. I just put it right on top. It ain't gonna move, and it's where it needs to be. What else do we have in here? Splint. Again, splint, like it's something that it's nice to have, but it's probably not going to be critical. Like if someone breaks a foot or a leg or something, could be critical. But I have time to be able to get in here and get this thing open and whatnot. I do put that back into this little spot here. Not that it's going to be fun to have a broken leg and have to put a splint on it, but again, you're going to have a little bit of time. Okay, a few more things in this here. What is this stuff here? This is, I think this is compressed gauze, is what this is. emergency bandage. Yeah, so this is a bunch of gauze that's in here. Again, very handy and useful to have around. Or is this? Let's see here. Yeah, just emergency bandage. Okay, so that's going to live in there. Easy to get to. This here is compressed gauze. So essentially, this is a bunch of gauze that you can make whatever out of, clean up something or make bandages out of it. And then we have some elastic bandage right here that you can use, and then this is where your clips might come in handy on. And then we have medical tape right here as well. So not a lot of it, but enough to where you could wrap something up if you need to. This emergency bandage. See, I'm trying to educate myself on it as we're doing this video. I think it's for large cuts where you can kind of like clot something up. Emergency bandage. No, this is just like a big band-aid. A big band-aid that you can wrap around someone's wound. So it's just a big band-aid. Like if someone's whole forearm needed a bandage, you could wrap that up. So that's what that is. Okay, and that's everything that's in this little kit. At least I'm pretty sure that's everything. I'm going to double check and make sure here. Oh, I missed some stuff here. So this stuff's hidden away in this pocket. So you definitely would not want to keep something that's important hidden behind here because it was a little bit hard to find. So this is dry burn dressing, and then just more bandages, triangle bandages with some more clips or some safety pins. So what I would do is everything that I don't think I'm going to use, I'll put it in that back pocket, and I'll know that's back there now, right? But more than likely, I'm not going to be using it. So what I'm going to do is put everything that I don't really think that I'll use, just kind of stick it back in here in this very back pocket. Okay. Emergency blanket. Might use it, but probably not. So it's all in that back pocket, kind of stowed away. Eye patches, same thing. Gonna put it back in the back pocket. Got my compressed gauze, my big bandage. I'm just gonna leave it right where it goes. That's fine with me. Now I know, okay, my tourniquet's right here, ready to go. I got a, in case someone breaks a leg or something, I got a splint. Okay, now then, I think where I'll put stuff that I'm probably definitely going to use, like the first thing, more than likely what you're going to use is some band-aids or some alcohol pads. So I'm just going to put all that stuff right here in this front pouch. Oh, we got a tongue suppressor too. I'm going to put that in the back too. Probably won't be using that, but so everything in this little front pouch here is going to be my alcohol wipes, bug bite wipes, latex gloves. I could see me using those. I could use that for even non-medical related stuff. Going to go ahead and throw these safety pins in here. Again, could use that even outside of non-medical stuff. And then my scissors, I'm just going to kind of tuck these with the gauze because probably that's where I would use that, but they're out there exposed. So I know as soon as I open this up, boom, the stuff I'm probably going to use is laying right here. Something else that this is kind of nice for, this little pack is removable, so that if you want to just like throw this in your backpack or something, I think what I would do is, this and maybe the tourniquet I'd take with me if I was going to go on a hike or something. But you want to remember to put the stuff back. It's best to probably get your own medical kit for your backpack. That's one thing about kits, is you really don't want to transfer things over because things end up getting lost. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and close this back up, and this is going to live in my truck. What do you guys think about this kit? You can find this on Amazon. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. I think this, like, markers for safety purposes are for like snake bites or something like that, where you can mark people's body parts to make sure that stuff isn't going to their heart. But I guess that's in there. I forgot to put that back in there. I'll throw that back in there just for the heck of it. So put that there by the scissors because that kind of goes together, scissors and pins. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Get you one of these things. I think they're like 60 or 70 bucks. It'll allow you to help someone or help yourself if you need it. Then, if you guys like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button right over there. Watch another video right there. I'll put my instruction manual back in here in case someone needs that.